This video shows the DLPoints command found within the SincPac. This command is useful to link a CogoPoints elevation or station offset information to an alignment or profile or surface. To run the command, I can go to the SincPac 1 tab on the ribbon, go to the Links panel, and choose the DLPoints command from the list. Here it's going to ask me to select the points that I want to link. And I'm going to go ahead and select this point and press enter. And then it's going to ask me to select a master entity, or I can press enter to get a list. Here I can select a surface where it'll grab the elevations from that. I could use a profile, and that's what I'm going to use here, and I'm going to use the ditch alignment and the layout linked profile. And I could also use just the alignment. So I'll hit OK. Here it's going to ask me or tell me what the profile or object type is for the master object and the actual object's name. If I want to change it, in case my design has changed and I want to link it to a different profile, I could once again go into the list that I previously saw, or I could select it from the drawing. If I have existing points that I've already linked and I want to repeat those settings, I can copy the settings from a selected point using this option here. Here I can lock it to a particular station and offset, so as the alignment moves, the point will maintain its station and offset. I could lock it to the nearest horizontal geometry point, and that'll make sure that the point is always at the BC, begin of curve or end of curve, or the midpoint, or whatever horizontal geometry point we want applied. And we can do the same thing for the vertical geometry point. For the elevation settings, we can change the CogoPoint elevation, and that'll change the value. But sometimes I want the elevation to remain the same for the point, and I want to change the UDP value. For instance, if I want to show the cut fill to UDP, would be one instance for that. And so I could go in and type in the values that I want for this. In this case, I just want to change the CogoPoint elevation. Up in the next column, I can adjust the elevation. Here I can apply a datum adjustment. So it's going to take whatever the profile elevation is and subtract 0.5 from it. If I also want to include a grade slope, I can do that as well. Here it's grade, but if I want to show slope, I can do that as well. And I can change the format from rise to run or run to rise. Here I can specify it's a crown or a ditch. I can use super elevation to override the slope and tell it what type of super elevation I want to use. It'll automatically pick the super elevation based on the side that the point is from the alignment. Here I can also apply a grading offset. And I can also use a grading point. Here I can have the label update to show the station offset information, either in the label or as a UDP value. Here's the station precision and offset. I can suppress the offset when the offset is equal to 0, and I can get the stationing from a different alignment. Here I can update the description template. The key is below, so here it's going to go from station, offset, alignment name, and then a suffix value that you want to put in there. Here I can add an existing point description, and I can append it to the end of the template. Down below, I can use the station UDP values. So if I don't want the values to only show up in the label, I can also add it to user-defined property on the CogoPoint. That way, when I export my points to my data collector or to another program, I don't have to create a new report. I can just change my file export format to the correct values. So once I'm done, I can hit OK. And now my label has been changed. Here's the elevation using the parameters and the station and the offset. If I change the point location, it won't because I've got it locked to the station and offset. But if I change my alignment, the point will change and update to that new location. If I want to remove the link, I can go back into the command, select the point, and I can either change the values, or in the very bottom, I can remove the link. And now the point will no longer be linked to the alignment or whatever object that I have selected. And so this is a real easy way to leverage the DLPoints to make them more dynamic and extract information from other objects within Civil 3D.